evening, everyone. I am very pleased to announce a very intriguing part of our conference. And in this session, we will be able to know more about reconstructing ancient music sounds. And this will be guided by Stefan Hagel and Alessandra. Both of them, alongside theoretical research, are interested in the performative side of ancient music, and they will demonstrate some of it to us. Stefan Hagel works on musical instruments with a focus on lyres and double pipes, and also on the issues of meter and rhythm. His work involves the reconstruction of instruments and playing techniques. Alessandra is an archaeologist and musician. She is currently completing her PhD on the patrimonialization of goods related to musical archaeology. She is also specializing in the 7-string lyre and Aulus performance techniques. So let's see what they have prepared for us, and please welcome Alessandra.
I thank all organizers, especially Daniela Castaldo for the invitation. I prefer to read, I'm more sure. My performance, I will be using a replica of the 7-string lyre of the classical period and the Louvre style Aulos, the Hellenistic period, with the haute ritz. Given by archaeologist Italian Marco Sciascia. I will be playing, I play now, the first piece, both fragments of a Greek score in Pollmann's transcription, which you will certainly recognize, and my own original pieces composed in the Greek mode. As well we know, reproposing old pieces is always an adaptation to modern sensibility, and for this reason I always consider it a recreation. For this reason, in my performance, many pieces start from melodic traces of the past to transform into something else. The first was the fragment, famous fragment Cartago from the first Stasimon of Euripides' Tragedy of Estes, found on the Vienna Papyrus G2315, lines 338-44, dated 2nd century BC. I adapted the transcription for the Aulos the music actually accompanies the chorus, which sings a sort of lament in which they speak of the fate of Oreste. The second piece is Anonimo Bellerman. I played number 33, 34, 37. They are the famous exercise in Lydian mode, purely instrumental, published in 1841 by Bellerman, and we can take this as a document of musical education in Antiquity. Then I continue with the improvisation of mine based on the same mode. Called Nostos, with the beginning that announced the destination, the starting signal, the journey and the returnum evoked at the beginning. a piece because it was too much longer. I play now the lyra. Just a moment. With the lyra, I start with my piece, my composition, Thalassa, which explore the harmonics and mimics the progression of marine motion, passing from a rhythm another. Eikon eritos semi, titesimae sekilos, entam lement, athanatus ema polychronio. so it doesn't need a presentation. Sorry, I needed to change the timing. Followed by hymn to Muse, a hymn to Calliope and Apollo by Mesomid of Crete, transcribed by Vincenzo Galilei in Dialogo della musica antica e moderna in 1581, in the Lydian mode, with my adaptation. On the text of the famous lyric of Sappho, Find the Time. I chose the Meso-Lydian mode, which is indicated by ancient authors as the poetess' favorite mode. The rhythm and the progression of the melodic line follow the prosody, the quantity of syllables, and the nature of the accent. The theme of the lyric is an intensive flow of a feeling of spiritual and physical suffering that the poetess feels in seeing her beloved leave the Gineceum to land in a married life. space, Stefan Hagel.
Mic drop at the start, that's new. So, sorry to everything who's heard many of these things already. You're free to leave and enjoy your evening in some other way. For the rest, thanks for having me. I've been asked to show a few things. We'll have a little bit of repetition of instruments, of pieces, and I think that's quite interesting because we can show how things can be done more softly, more loudly, harder, softer, better and worse. Those who have not been to the conference, we have ancient notation. That's how it typically looks, damaged on all sides. Not much of melody, of continuous melody. Our best things are these, but we both couldn't do those because we need 15 more people for that. And we have medieval transmission of notation and of how this works, so we really can read most of the signs we find in those ancient documents. So we know what we are doing. I'll start with a different instrument. Why? Because after playing the Aulo, my lips are totally worn out and I can't play the flute anymore. So I'm not a flute player. Sylvain should be doing this, but what would you like to do? So that's an actual reproduction from a find from the Hellenistic period. And that's the Bellarmine pieces. We have 22 Bellarmine pieces. Yep. I'll just play a few of these, okay? Short rhythmic exercises to show different uneven rhythms. One you will recognize, perhaps the others probably not. For the flute. That's just a low range, so it goes a bit higher. We can do this here. That's about the highest controllable pitches I can get out of that. But in the following, I will, like Alessandra, focus on the two main instruments, the lyre and the aulos. So let's start with the lyre. In the classical period, it came in a more or less standardized shape that remained steady for 3 centuries about. And Alessandra showed us a few blade techniques. You can see these exemplified in many of the vase paintings. The Miglė here, he has the plectrum away. He seems to be a swiping strike over all the strings, the blocking and striking technique. The woman here also has a plectrum, but it's dangling from her hand, which supports the instrument. So in a longer possession, she seems to have got the grip, but she seems to be playing on with her left hand. So here. So I think I can leave out many of the nice plugging and the overtone techniques. So that's the large model of the whole thing. Needs constant retuning. So this can also be played with overtones. Perhaps I'll also start with some step 4. Different poem, same meter, different technique, very different technique. Let's see. I'm using only 7 out of those 9 strings now because it's like a period. In those old times, the guitar was also used for dance and possibly outdoor events, so that should be loud and do a little bit more strumming perhaps. make two instruments functioning, or not. Then we'll not be over more quickly. Alloy came in a variety of shapes and technologies, materials, wood, bone clad in metal, wood clad in metal. Everything is possible here. Every new find offers new surprises. This is again another copy of the Louvre Aulos. I put a very different reed on it. A hard Arundo Donax reed instead of the soft Ostro reed. And I'm playing in the high, not in the low fingering position, where also the thumb on it. I just try to get a few sounds out of it. First, I need to tune. Yeah, we're moving further into the Roman period. That instrument is not really dated. It must be perhaps late Hellenistic, perhaps Roman Imperial, I don't know. Lyres change shape, come in different developments, but the string length basically stays the same. You could play on the new lyres much what you could play on the old ones. Still find them on paintings, on coins, all kinds of representation, pagan, Christian, whatever. Yeah, we've heard this, but I'll append to this the hymn to Helios, or the two hymns to Helios. The first I can only recite because we don't have the music for that. It's a good preparation for the second one. Now we get into the Lydian key. carri mastros paine, caipos a kerse gomase ucaitas. Nos antiga polon, canus vignes idiotis, cruces in agallo menascomes, per in auton apiriton uranum, actina polustra ponamlecor, eclas voliterque apana, caricea na pasa delisson, cotamoides et unguros ambrotu, Uside pieraton hameron, Soimentoros eudios asteron, Catolimpona nacta cormoi, Ate commelos eena idon, Moi penitar momentos liora, Naucade parutes elana, Chronon orion hagemone, Leucanepos hermas in Moskvon, Candidetes in nose humenis, Polyhimona cosmon eleison. Here, to read because it's longer and requires a lot of pressure. That's a model of a pair of pipes found in Pompeii, so you can reckon it's about 2,000 years old, that kind of music, a bit younger perhaps than the older lyre tunings, but a bit older than the music by Miliūnaitė, just a few decades. Yeah, this comes with mechanism. From Hellenistic period, different ways were developed how to change the tuning of such an instrument quickly, without having to have several different instruments with you and switch between instruments, which takes a time and you never get the reeds tight or working or whatever. Here you could use sliders for holes, you could use rotary sleeves that would open and close individual tone holes, and this is one of the earliest known instruments of such a mechanism of rotary sleeves. And I'll play just something, if it sounds at all. Here in the low range, because we've had high range already. Okay. Water. Open up my reeds. Nice. Yep. If not, they will squeak a little. But sometimes squeaking was used for effect in ancient times, so it's all original. Just don't call it squeaking, but Syring was. And at the end, I would like to use this instrument at the end of this presentation to accompany you all with the secular song. So Alessandra has shown you how it works, and this will play it in quite the original pitch which was buried by the volcano ashes. But now something different. something it was not meant for. Wrong holes. That was a hint to the agnostos theos. And yeah, even longer pipes also from Pompeii, even with a mouth band. This goes without. Yeah, talking about that god, this is the earliest Christian hymn extant from the 4th century. From Egypt. In Egypt, it seems that Christians had been a little bit more liberal about using instruments, not totally devil's work. King David played the lyre, so even when the Cappadocian church fathers tried to do away with all that, because people should just enjoy sermons in Egypt, and later in Ethiopia, a tradition that was preserved until nowadays, lyre playing to prayer was still a thing in late antiquity. So we tune this again to the religion. It's a piece that could still be used in liturgy nowadays because it's up to date with Trinitarianism. It was just the hot thing back in that time when the piece was actually written. Some Homer before we come to our common singulars. Okay, I brought on the Iliad. Who would like to open the book at some random page? Not 24? Okay, what is it? So, just because Homer was blind, I'm going to symbolically use these glasses. We are the Patrocleia, and I'll start, let's say, with a prayer to Apollo, 16,514, and I'll switch to 16, so that you can find 514. That looks good. So, now, who would be so kind as to switch the verses?
Do you want me to do it again?
Yeah, you know what to do. When I'm finished with one, you hit the space bar. And yeah, epic singers do sit, so I will sit. And I don't know the text by heart, I can't extemporize it. So I will use the line. And the book. If they still work. So, no. Starting pitch. Okay. Stand up, singing is better. I'll give you a short introduction and then I'll beg you to join in, okay? Not too slow, this is ancient Greek, this is fast.